Welcome back to the Black Owned Only podcast. I'm your host, Michael Washington, with the Ravishing. Is that what I should say? That's one of the words to get you?
Sure.
Kristel of Uplift Us Marketplace. How you doing today, love?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm great. I am so glad that when I reached out, you responded.
I am happy that you
And I'm glad that like somebody I know personally was able to plug me with you because I felt better. You know what I'm saying? But let's dive into it. Can you explain? No, first, let me go back. Okay. What was your mission when you created your business?
So our mission was to create a space that Black-owned businesses could be proud to sell their stuff in, and consumers who are looking to shop with Black-owned businesses and small businesses would be proud to go in and shop and not feel like they're getting like a swap meet experience.
I noticed that you say y'all. You want to explain who?
Yes. So my sister, Kendra Settle, is also my business partner.
Okay.
So I'll probably say us a lot because it wouldn't happen without her either. So.
Okay. I wish I could have got her here, but I'm just glad I got at least one of you guys here, you know?
Yes, it's fun. She's a sports mom, so she's busy.
Oh, she's out soccer time.
Yes.
I love the idea because I'm not saying I had a similar idea for you, but I know with e-commerce, I was always trying to figure a space to like expand Black merchandise. So I'm a big fan of Leimert Park. I shop a lot in Leimert, but it's like for those businesses, we always have to come to that community to get it.
Exactly.
And I have people other states that be asking me to send them shea butter and just different things. And I'm like, if I could have created an online space, marketplace where anybody can shop for like Black-owned companies, but for you to actually have like a brick and mortar in the Fox Hill Mall. That's what we call it, the Fox. And the store is lovely, by the way.
Thank you. For us, it was really important to get a space that, like in something like the mall, because it's not an easy thing to do. And individually, each of the businesses, it will be hard to do it.
It'd be hard, yeah.
You know what I mean? So for us to be able to create that space and then invite these other small Black-owned businesses to come and be inside of the mall, to us was a huge deal. And we wanted to make it to where you don't have to be as purposeful as going to Leimert Park, which I go to too for stuff. But you do have to be purposeful. But if you're in the mall and you're walking and you're browsing, so many people stumble across us and are excited about what we're doing. So
when did you start the company?
We started in March of 2021.
Okay.
Right in the middle of the pandemic.
In the pandemic.
Yes.
It's one of the great times to start businesses around that time.
You know what? It was crazy because you just didn't know what you were going to get. But at the same time, we thought about it, and leases were less expensive.
Yeah.
And we didn't originally open in the mall, but
Wait, what's your first location?
It was in Granada Hills in the San Fernando Valley.
Okay.
Yes. But again, that place was also on like a small strip, and you had to be very purposeful to come there. So we quickly realized we needed to make a shift and went into the mall.
The mall is the perfect spot for me.
It's perfect.
Because it's like I'm going in and out of all these stores, and then I look, and I literally went in there and I was liking the products that was in there. And then when I realized, oh, this is the store that my friend sells her candles in, I was just like, okay, this is it. This is where it needs to be at. I wanted to go back to, like, was the idea constructed during the pandemic, or was it an idea you had before?
No, it was completely constructed during the pandemic. You know, so much was going on with our people. And I think before that, I had a very corporate job, and I didn't have a lot of time, honestly, to pay attention to everything that was going on, but everything slowed down during the pandemic. So I was able to really pay attention to what was going on. And one day I got lost in a series of documentaries about Black Wall Street.
See, that'll get you.
Yes. Yeah. And I was just amazed at what they were doing so long ago. And I thought, gosh, there needs to be a place like that where you can go, because you know, I myself had started being mindful about trying to shop Black, and it was hard. You're looking for things online, you're paying for shipping fees. There was no just place where I could go and get everything at one time. And so the combination of everything is where the idea was born.
And you proposed this to your sister?
I did, and she is I am the creative person, and she is the action taker.
Doer. We all need those.
Oh my gosh. And
creative.
She moves fast.
Okay.
So, I mean, I proposed the idea to her, I believe, on a Saturday or Sunday. By Monday, she had me out looking for locations.
Wow.
By the following Friday, we signed a lease.
Wow.
That's how fast
that is fast. So in your establishment, what products do you, I know they're all black-owned companies, but what products can we like come in the store and find?
You can find a little bit of everything. So we have women, men's, and children's clothing. We have like cards and gift ideas. We have candles. We have personal care items like body butters, oils, hair products. We have some home goods like pillows and, you know.
So it's across the whole spectrum.
Exactly, like a little department store.
Was it hard finding these black-owned businesses to stock your store with?
We were really nervous about that because we were thinking, we're going to present this idea to these people who don't know us.
Yeah, don't know.
Don't have the vision that we have, and they have to basically trust us with their products. And we knew these were small businesses. Yes. So when we put the idea out there, we were blown away.
Oh, really?
By the response that we got.
I just feel like the pandemic, we had time to sit down and assess a lot.
Yes.
And I think during that time was the best time to move on your idea.
I think so too. It really worked out. And, you know, at that time, then a lot of outdoor markets were popping up.
Yeah.
Where a lot of people were
taking
taking their businesses, you know, their black businesses there. And I was like, well, you know, a lot of them have regular jobs too. So we thought about that with our idea too, because then they don't have to be there to sell their products. And we could sell it with the same, you know, passion that they do. So
now, do you currently still like have a job, or you just?
I officially left the company that I was working for 23 years in January.
Wow, 23 years. I don't want to ask your age, but 23 years is working for a company. But wow.
Yes, I left in January.
That was something. That was the goal.
That was the goal. It was. I didn't know how it would come together. And, you know, there's challenges that arise, but
that's what I was going to ask you next.
I felt like it was time for me to put all of my energy
into
the store.
In the space that you in, did you face any bias or backlash for anything?
We did, and we still do sometimes, actually. For the most part, we've been very well received by everybody in the mall that comes through. But every now and then, we'll get others who come in and
and they critique you for actually having black-owned products in your
store?
Yeah,
we've had people tell us that it was that we were being racist by only accepting black-owned products.
You know what? I understand that, because when I was talking about making a company which was black-owned only and starting a podcast black-owned only, it was basically, for me, I just wanted a place to promote our black businesses.
Exactly.
Working in the film industry, I see how a lot of money switches hands because of advertisement. You know, everybody don't have advertisement dollars. But if I can fill that void to help these businesses create commercials or online content, you know, or help with Instagram feeds just to make sure your business is seen. Like, I don't understand why people got mad at me for that. Yeah. And it's not that I don't like anyone else. I'm just focused on my people with this.
Exactly. And that's what we explain. You know, sometimes you can't rationalize with someone who just doesn't see it. Sometimes we can, and we try and explain that, you know, we don't have the same opportunities to get into big box stores, and if we do, there's a lot of hurdles that we have to jump through, and we don't have the connection. So that's why that was another aspect of us creating this space, because a lot of times to get into Target or you know, any other
Walmart,
big store, you have to have proven sales proven sales records, and we provide that for our vendors as well. So it helps them to move to another level, and you know, it's just all around important.
So for the people that walk in and like kind of contest the idea, is it the name that they know what the store is, or is it because, like, is it advertised around?
Well, we had signs up that said over 80 black-owned brands, because we have over 80 black-owned brands in the store right now, and we felt that was important for people to know.
I feel like that's one of the reasons why I walked in the store initially.
Exactly. Yeah. So that draws a lot of people. And really, honestly, in these 2.5 years, it's only been about 3 people that have come in and actually said something about it. So it's not a lot, but I think they see that and do it. Everyone else kind of just feels the vibe and knows it's
that's
black
crazy, because I'm thinking the name, I mean, Uplift us, I mean, I guess, but like mine's black owned only. I can understand how that could just be right in your face,
right?
But for your store, I didn't see it. But I do want to ask you, with a growing market in e-commerce, have you thought about making your store both online and off?
We actually do have it online.
Oh, you do have online. Okay.
We do have it online. Right now, we don't have everything that's in the store available online.
Okay.
Just because, again, we have a lot of small businesses in there, and a lot of them don't have the inventory for us to both have in our warehouse and in our store. So we are working on growing that right now, and it's going good. Online is a little hard to get into when you don't have the advertising dollars and all of that.
And that's what I'm trying to fill the void.
So it's a great connection here.
Yeah, it's a great connection, And for, I know the online, because really during the pandemic is really when it jumped. Mm-hmm. My other job outside of this is FedEx. I've delivered packages for years. So I always paid attention to the e-commerce and the market space. From Fashion Nova to, other stores like Zen and things of that nature. So, and I know how much I shop online with Amazon.
Same.
So, and then being spoiled in the pandemic, it was just one of those things that I was like, I think some businesses to reach a bigger market would be online.
And we really want to grow that because right now in store, because we're based in LA, 90% of the businesses are from the LA area. Of course. But we get contacted by businesses all across the U.S. that are interested in being in our store. And we feel like if we were able to grow our online, our e-commerce, then we'd be able to invite those stores from other areas a little easier. And obviously reach places all across. So that is definitely a goal of ours.
What does the expansion look like for you?
We're actually thinking about that now. So we're thinking about opening a second location.
And would the location still be in LA, or would you think in another out of state?
Right now, we're still thinking LA. Okay. So we're thinking about the San Fernando Valley and the Topanga Mall. Mm-hmm. So that's something we're working towards. We're not quite ready, but hopefully by summer next year, we'll be able to move into that space and have our second location. And again, just growing our e-commerce.
And what Uplift us, the companies that have their products in there, have anyone had a success story of since?
Yes, we actually have a few. Well, we have a few companies that have told us, oh my God, you changed my life. We have some vendors that, during the Christmas holiday have brought home close to $20,000 just from our store, which is life-changing.
That is.
You know what I mean? It's life-changing. And not all of them have that story. Again, it depends on the product. But we also have a few places who have gotten their clothing on TV and different TV shows or movies and, just big things like that have come from our store. So it's been exciting.
So for people that's watching the podcast that have Black-owned company that sell products, is there a way they could contact you to try to get their merch in your store? Yes,
absolutely. So they can email us at info@upliftusmarketplace.com. Mm-hmm. We're slow to respond sometimes. We do have a bit of a waiting list because obviously it's based on space that's available. Yeah, so we look at everything based on the space that's available and the type of product that we need to fill that particular space. But when we see something great and we have the space, we'll definitely reach back out. So
is it contract based where people have a year contract of their product in your store?
No, we don't put a time limit on it. Okay. We kind of review everything after about 3 months because our goal is for it to work out for everybody. So we don't want to just be, have your stuff sitting there and you could be selling it elsewhere if it's not selling in store. If it's going great, we obviously don't want you to leave. So there's no time limit on it.
Okay. So this question I've been asking everybody, and I think I can't wait to hear this answer.
Okay.
What does the next 5 years look like for Uplift Us Marketplace?
Definitely expansion. We obviously want to grow in the LA area, but we would really like to hit some other places.
I see it. I see this being in Atlanta,
Dallas,
New York,
Atlanta,
all that.
exactly.
Anytime I see that.
So that's really where our mindset is. And, e-commerce, we want to hit everybody that's looking for Black-owned products in these little towns that don't have any access to it. So that's where we're going.
Do you have any products in your store as well?
We do. We actually have a ton of products.
Oh, you do? Okay. What you got?
We have stuff. We try and fill every every department. So we have some stuff in the kids department, pajamas and dolls and little things. So, we obviously have a little bit of an advantage because we know what people are looking for while we're there.
While you're there, yeah.
And so we fill those spaces.
Okay.
Yes.
Like this sweater right here, I like this. This is who?
This is from Head Attire Trendsetter.
Okay.
He's one of the clothing brands in our store. He has great quality. He sells jackets, sweaters. Good. He's one of our best sellers in the store, too.
I like it.
Yes.
You know what I want to ask you?
Yes.
Is there anything that you would like to say? Tell people that's like Black entrepreneurs out there that have an idea in a space that they don't feel too safe in.
Yes.
But
I would say that there's room for everybody, and to grow while you go. Sometimes it's scary and you feel like you need so many different things before you get started. But you can just start and build on what you're doing, and you're going to get better. You're going to get feedback. You're going to see improvements that you can make and all of that. And I think that's really important to just go for it.
Did your growth, were you nervous when you first started?
Oh my gosh, yeah. We were so nervous when we started. Again, we didn't know how it was going to be received, how the businesses were going to feel about trusting us with their stuff. I mean, that was a true trust process for both of us.
How does that work? Do you purchase their products or no, they just...
No, it's basically on consignment.
Okay.
So, of course, they have to do an inventory sheet, leave their products, trust us to sell it and do the right thing. And that's one of the things that we're really big on. We believe in integrity, doing the right thing, being trustworthy, because that's how we're going to grow, and that's how people are going to know that we have their best interests at heart. I mean, we'll take a loss before we let anyone else.
It's crazy because, a lot of Black people, to be honest, really don't like doing a lot of business with other Black people.
Yes.
So for you to have over 80 brands in your store, no problem with dealing with...
So far, it's been good.
Okay.
I mean, we have dealt with some challenges here or there. None of them, I would say, was because they were Black or because of us or anything like that. But we get through it again just because we have integrity. We're honest. We do the right thing every time to make sure everyone walks away having a good feeling about us, because they're going to go and tell the next person. And I think that's how we've been able to get referrals and grow, and people be excited to come to us because they've heard good things. At least that's what I hope. That's
what I've been noticing. People be hesitant to work with me on film, other Black businesses, but once we start working together, the fear goes away. And I think it's a lot of that around where people just you can't deal with Black people. And really, when people say I can't deal with Black people, the Black people they normally deal with is family. And sometimes dealing with family businesses is way tougher than dealing with a Black business that,
That's true. So how do you get around that? When just being
I really don't. I just be me. I love my people. I love us. And because of that, I'm coming in with a different patience and respect.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I want to make you feel comfortable. I want to make sure that I hear your needs, your concerns, and I'm able to provide that. And if I'm not, I'm trying to make sure that I can find somebody that can. I'm not just being I'm Black, hire me.
Right.
I can't do that. You know what? I'm sorry. My qualifications might be limited there. But no, I don't have any problems really with Black people at all.
That's good. Yeah.
There'd be other companies that put me on these net 30s and net 60s, and I don't get paid for 2 months sometimes. But yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that, good.
Yeah. So it's been an all-around great experience for us, and we are enjoying pouring into other businesses and watching them grow, teaching them what we can teach them. We also have a lot of young entrepreneurs, teenagers, kids who come to us, and they're like, we want to put something in the store. Sometimes they have no idea, and we kind of guide them through that, because I feel like once that seed is planted, you don't know what it can grow into.
That's dope.
So.
Lastly, before we get out of here, do you have anything that you would like to say to the people? Matter of fact, just tell them where they can reach you at.
You can reach us. Well, online, our website is upliftusmarketplace.com. Our Instagram is also at upliftusmarketplace. And we are located inside of, if you're from LA, the Fox Hills Mall. Or Westfield, Culver City, for those who are outside of the area. So you should come down, shop, see what we have. Definitely follow us.
Second floor near Macy's.
Second floor near Macy's.
There
exactly.
It is.
Yes.
Thank you guys for joining me today on a Black On Only podcast. Once again, I'm your host, Michael Washington. I want to thank my guest again. Thank you, Kristel.
Thank you for having me.
And until next time, see you guys later. I don't know what I'll be doing with my hands, guys, but bye.
Uplift.